stop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, vintage friend.
Yo, welcome back to the King and I Life podcast
Yes,
with your
yes.
boys. It's me, Soul Touch of the Poet, and my brother in this joint.
Son Soul X.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope everybody had a decent Thanksgiving, all that good stuff. I did. And what about you?
It was good, man. It was good. I had some family come through. A couple of my homeboys stopped by. Ain't seen a chance or had a chance to kick with them in a minute. So it was all good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Man. I've been so damn busy. Yes, we got this topic put up the notification out the last minute. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Oh
Lots
man.
going on. Lots going on.
Yeah, man. But it's good busy. It's good busy. Good
Yes, sir.
is good busy. Do you want to put out that celebratory news?
I'll let you do it because we have a couple of them floating around. So
First of all, you know where to find us. Let me get my life together right quick. All right. We got a good conversation tonight. So if you want to join the conversation, text your name to 347-778-1082. Cause yeah, we're gonna we would love to have some female input. So if you ain't busy and you want to get on the live with us, let us know, or text your name to that number below. We'll bring you into the conversation.
for sure.
If you want to donate to the show, help us grow and get things moving and shaking out here, that's our Cash App right there. Again, feedback, suggestions, all that good stuff. There's the email address, and last but not least, here's the website, www.KingAndEyeLife.com. We can find the links to all our good stuff.
Definitely.
But yeah. Let me get my life together. First and foremost, we wanna say how much we love and appreciate every one of y'all that have been rocking with us. It means a lot to us. The feedback, the input, all the guests that we've had so far, the interviews that we've conducted so far,
Yes, yes.
all that good stuff. I say that to say today marks 1 year that we've been doing this.
Yes, sir. 1 year.
1 whole year that we've been doing this, and it's a lovely feeling.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, we gonna have some stuff coming, but I wanted to get that out the way. Son Selects, what else you got?
Yeah, we just want to, again, tip our hat to our audience because, again, without y'all, there would be no us. But anyway, we love what we do. Again, this is our 1 year anniversary. So, again, many shouts out to everyone that listens and tune in and support us. Other than that, again, if you guys want to come on the platform, you guys can reach us at KingAndEye 369 at gmail.com. Again, that's KingAndEye 369 at gmail.com. The topic we got tonight, though, I think is a good one. We're supposed to have a female guest, but things happened, so she wasn't able to tune in with us. But anyway, we about to do this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, we've been busy, so it's been a lot of last minute on this one, but I think we're gonna have a good one. We hope that someone will join us. Thanks for the congratulations. Yeah, means a lot. Means a lot.
Definitely.
Especially because you've been in the back helping, silently, all that good stuff, Katrina.
For sure.
But yeah, let's talk about it.
All right. So this topic, we had quite a few ideas on it, but we narrowed it down just to keep everything in a proper perspective.
Oh man.
So, why do men and women see infidelity so differently? Men and women have a long history of cheating on each other. History has shown us that time and time again. We can debate who does it better with all kinds of point. Well, that'd be kind of pointless. Tonight, let's talk about how each sex sees infidelity. At this particular point in time, it's not about men and women cheating. Both sexes are playing the game. One can ask if it's a sin or is it just human nature. So let's talk about
Let's talk about it.
it.
I think this topic is comical. It's comical because when you have this conversation with just kicking it with your people or whatever, women are going to have their perspective and men
Right.
are going to have theirs. Any fair woman would use less emotion and more reasoning and logic to it,
Hmm.
and men will uh kind of like tone it down a bit and be a little understanding to all circumstances that involve that. um so yeah, I mean that's my little initial spiel to it.
I think that, again, human nature is human nature. People are going to do what they want to do, regardless.
Hmm.
So, again, my philosophy always have been, just treat people with the utmost respect, treat them the best you can, but just know that human nature is the top law. So, when it comes down to this particular topic, you can't really go against human nature. It's kind of like you expect certain things from your mate or your partner, but just me personally, people are gonna be people. So it don't matter how good you treat them, how bad you treat them, how much you do this, how much you do that. If it's in them to do something like that, they're going to do it. So that's just what it is.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, um I just don't think that women and men should see it so differently. That's just
No,
me.
no, I think there should be some type of a common view, but it's completely and totally opposite. They're on different ends of the spectrum, as they say.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, it is what it is.
Yes, sir.
It definitely is what it is.
So emotionally involved with their side pieces, whether it's the male or the female. What are your thoughts?
Um, my initial thought on that is some women, let me be clearly on that. Some women will see it differently, uh, being emotionally involved with their side piece because they will, they tend to say, it got to a point that they were lacking emotion at home or wherever, and this person was there emotionally for them. So that was the catalyst or the justification for them seeing infidelity that way. Um, I think that's a byproduct of the infidelity
Mm-hmm.
because unless you knew this person before, you had past history with them, there's really no emotions involved initially, unless you've been phone boning and video dating and all this other stuff with this person for a minute,
Right.
but then at one point your phone boning and video dating and all that other stuff fell under the definition of infidelity. Um, and some women don't even see it that way. But on the flip side of that, a lot of men are notorious for saying that's not infidelity. Oh, we were just talking, wasn't nothing going on. So that's a two-way street on that emotionally evolved part for me.
I'm sorry. Um, I was just thinking about when men say it's not emotionally cheating, or it is, infidelity is not cheating if there's no physical involvement. And, a lot of women would disagree with that. They're like,
Mhm.
if you're emotionally involved with another female, that's cheating.
Yeah.
That's just the way they see it. But the overall thing is, when you got two people, engaged in something like that, meaning whether it's the man who has an outside piece or the woman who has an outside piece, you cannot blame your inside for your infidelity.
Right.
Meaning you cannot say, well, you weren't here, or you're always gone, or you're always working, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a man or a woman. I just think that's the biggest pile of BS ever.
Hmm.
Because again, when it comes down to it, you did it because that's what you wanted to do. You can't up here and say the devil made me do it, or I slipped and fell on his rocket.
His joke is said rocket.
You
Way
know
to
what
clean it
I'm
up.
saying? There's just no way to justify doing that.
Hmm.
I mean, if that's what where your mind is at, then just simply say that. You know, be man enough or woman enough to sit down and have a talk with your partner and say, "Hey, this is what I'm feeling." But all that running around and lying and dipping and dodging and hipping and hopping and all that stuff, man, stop.
But
It's been going on for way too long. I would think at this time in history, people would be more mature about that.
how do you personally feel when it comes to um, looking at it differently as far as emotions specifically?
I think for women, because they're emotional creatures, and this is not a diss or a put down in any kind of way. That's just female nature. They're more emotional. But when a female becomes attached to, an outside individual, is more mental. You know what I'm saying? There has to be something other than just physical. It's some type of connection she may feel that this other person offers her that her inside person just doesn't get, or is not capable of giving.
I am going to I'm going to say we're all emotional creatures. It doesn't to me it doesn't matter if you're or male or female. We're all emotional creatures.
Right?
Um Infidelity at its core has some type of emotional uh basis to it. Um but for men, I kind of lean towards when it comes to emotionally involved with their side piece. Let's just say you have a man and a woman. This woman starts cheating, this man starts cheating. I kind of look at um, the the man being more um, emotionally involved over time, whereas a woman is more likely to be emotionally involved on the front end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at seeing it differently, I think women, well, men and women should be fair in that assessment because women will go hard on a dude for infidelity and throw all these different reasonings and stuff at him. But it's like on the front end, woman, more than likely, you were emotionally attached. Um, but then the woman can throw back at men as in, well, damn, all you wanted was a piece of ass. So, in that degree, I can understand looking at it differently. Outside of that, tomato, tomato.
True. I mean, again, both parties are emotionally attached to each other. Again, I agree with you with females on the front end, men on the rear end of things. No pun intended. But I think men are more once they're emotionally involved. That means they come with that whole let me protect
Mhm.
the female. So even when uh, things move into the light, as they say, your infidelity comes to light. A man will still try to protect his both women from each other, more or less. Meaning, he's not gonna disclose names. He's not gonna disclose time. I mean, all that she gonna have to figure out on her own, damn near. I mean, some men will just break down and say, "Okay, you got me."
Mhm.
But again, when you are the person in the middle of that situation as a man, from a man's perspective, you already know that it's going left. Only thing you can do is try your best to try to keep the damage to a minimum.
What the hell?
Meaning,
Oh my goodness.
there's no easy way out of that situation.
Mhm.
So emotionally, both females are going to be, at wit's end, and you as the man in the middle, you trying to figure out, okay, it is what it is. How do I minimize the damage to both parties?
Well, I will say if a man is worried about that, he worried about the wrong goddamn things. That's what I'm gonna say.
Hey, that's
He
just
worried
what
about the
it
wrong
is.
things because for a man, um, when it gets to that point, it's you. A man is already treading on thin ice,
Right.
but when you get the side piece emotionally involved, you damn near treading on a thin piece of air. Um, and I don't think a lot of men can handle that situation. Some women handle it better. Um, but it just depends. But being emotionally involved with the side piece is it's a deadly game for anybody, for a man and a woman. You can't yeah, you can't those are hard waters to navigate for people
Yeah.
just for the simple fact that um let's say you got somebody at home and you get emotionally involved with your side piece. You've already somewhat forecasted your actions and how you're going to manage it on your end. But the side piece is more unpredictable because you don't know the level of their, I'll just say persistence. I won't say crazy. You don't know the level of their persistence when it comes to
Right.
how they're going to deal with that situation. You know, you could be singing sweet nothings in their ear. A female could swallow him from the root to his ankles, and you just never know. So
But
when you go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Um, the difference there is in those situations, I think, is if you are upfront and straight up on
With the
either
side
side,
piece.
yeah, meaning you know that you got a situation, at home or whatever the case may be, and you straight up with it, is more. I'm not gonna say forgiving, but I'm gonna say you're open with it. So it kind of stops everything to a certain degree or slows things down to a certain degree from getting so emotionally involved because you already know what it is. But I think when you lie, I mean, you just straight up, flat out lie and say, no, I don't have anyone. When you take on, or fool someone into this side piece situation and they don't know that they're a side piece, that's the stuff that gets, everything going from a even playing field to a dang tornado, as they say.
Mm,
Because they up there thinking, they number one when they're in fact number two or three.
I
Just don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know. Um, Here's the thing. Um, Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're straight up. Um, and from one standpoint, if you're going to be straight up, then you might as well you might as well put that in your playbook way before you decide to cheat or whatever the case may be. Um, because just because you have the side piece and you are straight up with the side piece, that don't it doesn't really mean anything. Not unless this is going to be a side piece that you deal with uh, once a month, once every 2 months, every 3 months, or it's going to be somebody that you deal with for a short period of time. Then it really doesn't matter when it comes to being emotionally involved because you're not putting yourself in a position to where emotions develop and you get those bonds and this, that, and the other. Um, because when you look at being emotionally involved with the side piece, whatever is at home is kind of like irrelevant to that equation because that equation kind of stands alone. You already doing dirt, and this person is in the dark, and you doing your dirt. So when you get emotionally involved with the side piece, it's like you in a catch 22, so to speak, because you still have to navigate that situation. You can be as slick as you want to be, but if you're emotionally involved with the side piece, that's a problem. And again, women and men look at that, kind of differently to a degree because, again, women are more likely on the front end to be more emotionally involved, and most men on the back end, the long haul, get more emotionally involved. Which is worse? I can't say which is worse, um, because even man or woman, if they exhibit the emotional bond in the front end, it's like what led to that. Now, if the emotional involvement it gets on the back end, it's like how long has this been going on for y'all to develop these type of feelings? So I mean, I don't know. Being straight up is not always going to be the ticket.
No, I don't think it's always the ticket. It depends on the individuals within that situation. But at the same time, when it's when we're talking about protecting your emotions from getting so wrapped up, if you already know that this female or this male has someone, it's kind of like well, you really can't be mad, you know, when things don't go the way you want them to. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like if all the cards are on the table and you already know what's what, and just because you let your feelings get involved, you can't be mad at the other person about it.
But you're more so speaking on the end of the side piece. That's what I'm hearing from you.
No,
So
what I'm saying is, okay, I get what you're coming from, but in all fairness, in the situation, when you have two people getting their feelings involved in an outside situation, again, the person who has the situation at home, they know I can't be with this person full time, or like that, or I can't invest fully like that. And the same thing for the other person, that's involved in that situation. Well, I know that that person can't be with me like that, and we can't go out and kick it like that. And so it's kind of like both parties know to put their shield up to a certain extent. You get what I'm saying? It's not like a free for all. It's kind of like, in a boxing match, keep your guard up. But if you let your guard down and you get knocked out, then who fault is that? Meaning you so emotionally involved that you put your curtain down, or you put your wall down.
yeah, but at the end of the day, unless you are not in it for if how you say it, if you're in there for a good time and not a long time, it's less likely for emotions to get involved. Period. And
True
all the
that.
other stuff you don't have to worry about.
Right.
But you still have to have the mindset that if I do this, this may happen.
Right.
Again, most women, it happens on the front end. Most men, it happens on the back end. So when you look at it like that, men and women define that or look at that totally different. And it's crazy that men and women look at it totally different because at the end of the day, if you get emotionally involved with your side piece, you get emotionally involved with your side piece. No ifs, ands, buts about it.
True that. I agree with that. So who brags about their infidelity more, men or women?
I'm gonna let you answer that first because I'm curious about what you got to say.
All right. So I'm gonna say women brag more.
Hmm.
And that's only on when it comes down to details. Like when they tell they homegirl or they, someone they confide in, they go into more detail.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like you're bragging, but you're not bragging. You're
Hmm.
talking about, oh, he did this, or he did that, or he's so nasty, or whatever,
No,
whatever the case
this
may be. They
okay.
go into
Yeah.
details more. But when it comes down to men, I think they're more hush hush about it.
Mm.
Meaning they may tell one of their homeboys, "Hey man, Wednesday night at 7:30 to 9:30, me and you were kicking it." But he's not gonna say who he was with. It just his homeboy know the rules. I got your
Mm.
back, you got mine. So everything's on the hush hush, homie. We were together kicking it.
Mm. I kind of disagree on that.
All right, go ahead.
Um, I'm going to say men brag more.
All right.
Um, I have lots of female friends, and they don't brag per se.
Mm-hmm.
The women that I know, they don't brag per se. They more so confide and stuff along those lines. I'm gonna say men brag more, and I'm gonna say that because of what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
If your homeboy come at you like, "Hey, my man, if anybody asks, we was together 7 to 9:30. All right, you got me." That's bragging. To me, that's bragging. Because your man gonna be like, "Oh yeah, oh dang, you gotta tell me about that, yo. I gotta keep that tight, yo. Nah, yo, man." Dudes end up telling. Women are more. Most women are more subtle about it because they understand that they don't want their spot blown up. Here's the thing about women, some women compared to
Mm-hmm.
some men. Women have to protect their interest all the way around. And the problem with that some women have is if they tell too many people, too many female friends, or whatever the case may be, they don't know if that friend is going to drop subtle hints to her man, if she knows her man, or if that female friend is going to be like, "Oh, you're cheating on your man? Well, I'm going to go holler at your man." Men, on the other hand, are least likely to have that problem because if dudes is real cool, we don't have to worry about all of that.
Okay. So I don't have to push back again.
Okay.
All right, check this out from this view, right? When I say women are more likely to brag, meaning they give more details, whoever they tell, meaning whether it's just their close friend or their sister or whatever, they may just confide in that one person. But when they do confide, oh, he did this, he did that, uh, he bought me this, he bought me that. You see this new bag I got, so and so and so on. So, but a man, when he brags, he's gonna say, "Hey, I was out of pocket doing so and so and so and so time." But he's not gonna say who he was with or what she did for him, meaning bedroom details. He's not giving that up. He's not, because of the
Yo.
simple fact of he's thinking, if I tell my homeboy that homegirl got this wet, as they say, or got that real gas down there, he might want to try it too. So he's more likely to brag on being out of pocket than to
um,
brag on the situation itself.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I
But
look at it like this.
all right.
I look at it like this. And maybe because I look at it from an older perspective than from what I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I used to brag back in the day. Um, I used to brag a lot. I used to brag on what I accomplished and whatever the case may be. I used to brag about what the hell she could do, her skills, all that. Until I ran into that issue of my homeboy or somebody I thought was my homeboy or even somebody I was cool with trying to go jump at it.
Right.
Um, After I got out of my feelings at that stage of my life, it was like, all right, whatever. Um, so, and I'm going to say for most men, that's not even an issue because if it's a side piece, it just doesn't matter unless you go back to the first point, being emotionally involved with the side piece. Like, if you're bragging about what your side piece is doing, why do you care if your homie or if you think your homie gonna holler at her? As a man, why do you care?
Here's the thing, right? Uh, as a man, again, when you have a situation outside a situation, you're not gonna brag on it so much simply because you have more to lose than if a female, get caught up, meaning
That's
she
if
is
you worried
exposed.
about your homeboy telling on you.
No, but hear me out though. Meaning, if you get caught up and you're, in a marriage or, a serious relationship, you're gonna lose your home, you're gonna lose your kids, you're gonna lose, all kind of damn financial stability that you had. That shit is gone. You can
But
kiss wow, you
how,
can kiss that
how does
goodbye.
that happen unless you bragging to somebody that's gonna snitch on you?
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying men are less likely to brag.
I think women are less likely to brag because sometimes in a lot of situations the man is the breadwinner or he whatever, and if she get caught up, she get put out. But we're talking about grown men here. We're not talking about the little boys that stay with a chick. We're not talking about them knucklehead dudes. We're talking about grown men and women situation. If you have a grown woman, she is less likely to brag because to me, a woman has more to lose. A man is more likely to brag because he's beating his goddamn chest like he has no worries in the world. Again, the only way a dude is going to lose in that situation is if he brag to one of his boys or somebody he think is his boy and his boy go snitch. How many dudes do you hang around or have you hung around where if you did some dirt, you worry about them snitching on you?
Are we talking about now or back then?
Back then.
Back then, I have been ratted on.
But in the in the circle of dudes that you hung around with, I'm not even gonna call them friends. In the circle of dudes that you hung around,
Right.
how likely was it? What is a high likelihood that one of them would snitch on you?
It wasn't one of my main homeboys, but an associate
That's what I'm saying. But
that
so
may
so
have
so
been overheard my conversation with one of my tight homeboys.
so what you're saying is the likelihood was high.
Correct.
Okay, now most men are not going to brag in a situation like that. But if they're in a situation to where y'all thick as thieves, a man ain't worried about that. Because let's just say you have a group of 5 men. 3 or 4 of them is cheating. And we're talking about married men or men who've been under the same roof with a woman for 5, 10 years. That's what we talk about here.
Right.
If you have a group of women that are tight like that, one, they're not likely to brag with the entire group unless that entire group is like that. If you have 5 women, you probably have 2 women that got deep, dark secrets. Then you got 2 women that have deep, dark secrets. And within that group, you'll have 2 women that have overlapping deep, dark secrets. All 5 women are not going to know everything that every woman is doing. Whereas when you have a group of men that's thick like that, every dude knows everything. Period.
I don't know if I
They
can
gonna go
agree
to
with
the
that.
damn. They
I
gonna go
don't
to the. They
know.
gonna go to the court on Saturday. And it's gonna be 5 dudes, and they're gonna be shooting hoop. Yo, man, la, la, la. But the women, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Men brag more.
What I'm saying though is
Men brag more.
between the difference
I'm trying to
of the
tell
two
you.
parties,
Where y'all
a
women at?
woman, she's gonna flex more. She's gonna flex a hell of a lot more than a man.
But that's
Simply
not
because
bragging.
how is that not bragging
Who's she flexing on? She flexing on a man or to her girls?
to our girls? He
I don't
bought
know
this
what type.
bag and
Where
he
are the
did this,
women at? What type
that,
of women
that,
are
and
you
this.
talking about?
I'm telling you, I
Oh
think
man.
that women are a hell of a lot smoother with theirs
To who?
infidelity.
To their man or to their homegirls?
When it comes down to their man, they're a hell of a lot smoother. But when it comes down to bragging, I'm telling you, they're gonna brag to their homegirl. It may not be to the group, but they're gonna brag to their homegirl about details. And
You
again, when
said
you have
home girl.
a
Home
guy is
girl.
not going to brag about details. He's not.
It's not even
Again, the only
about
thing
the
he's gonna say
details.
is, "I was out of pocket."
It's not even about the details. It's bragging, period.
Bragging again overall.
Nah.
I'm telling you.
Where are the late? Come on, ladies. We need some. We need some.
No, I'm telling you, men do not brag.
Thank you,
Well,
Sheila.
all right, let me take
Thank
that back.
you,
Let me
Sheila.
take that back.
Men
Real
brag
men,
more. Women are more reserved. Thank you.
real men don't brag like that.
But
I'm
see,
telling
you no. Look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna agree with you to agree. Real men don't brag like that. But when you have a group of dudes that are tight like that, they're going to brag amongst each other. Now, that's a selective group of men. But when it comes to women, if you have most women I know do not like hanging around a bunch of girls because they talk too damn much. Period. So if you have a group of 5 women, you're going to have 2 or 3 that's tight as shit. Now, in that group of 2 or 3 women, 2 of them are going to know dirty details and 1 is not. And in that group, you're also going to have another group of 2 or 3 women, but everybody is not going to know everything. And those women, let's just say you got 2 women in a group of 5. They know that conversations that stay between them goes nowhere. Men don't do that. They just don't do that.
Again, I highly disagree. Simply because you're thinking about back then. I'm talking about now. You gotta look at the scenery now. Women are out here balling and doing dirt just as much as men, if not more.
That's been going on since goddamn Cleopatra.
Again, we're talking about now. We ain't talking about back in Cleopatra days.
Man,
We
ain't nothing changed but the weather. I'm trying to tell you.
Things have dramatically changed.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Let me finish this.
All right.
Women are making their own money now. Women got just as much money as men do. They out here balling just as much as men do. So, of course, when they feel that, I'm doing my own thing, nobody can check me, feeling like they damn Michael Jordan, then they're going to do what they do. So, bragging is a part of that.
Men been doing that for ages.
So they just not caught up. I don't think that's the case.
It's not that they just caught up.
No.
Let me ask you this.
Anyway,
this.
Go ahead, shoot.
In 2021,
all right.
How many dudes have you hung around that either bragged or didn't brag about cheating, but you knew they were cheating?
2021, brag about cheating. I'm not gonna name any names.
When I said how many, I didn't say names. I ain't say who.
In my direct circle, none.
How many women have you been around that bragged about cheating?
About 3 or 4.
3 or 4? Get the.
Yes.
You are going
I'm
to
telling you, it's a whole nother game out here, bro.
Okay, wait. Let me back up. So,
right, go ahead.
Did these women brag about cheating to you or to other women?
In a social setting, meaning just hanging out. I think it was kind of a mixed ratio. I can't say that if they just were just bragging to women. It's kind of like, they more open with that stuff now, man. They are.
So you telling me that men are scared to brag? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not telling you men are scared to brag. I'm saying that women brag more. That's what I'm saying.
Nah. A woman, okay, here's my thing. A woman may brag about her body count more than she will brag about infidelity. And in that case, a woman that brags about a body count is more likely single and has nothing to worry about at home. I don't know too many women.
Oh
I
no.
don't know
Oh
too
no.
many women who have a husband at home or a man at home that they've been with for a while that openly brag in a group setting with their homegirls. Again, one or two in a group of five may know the dirt that she's doing. And more than likely, only one. But in a group of guys, at least three of them dudes are going to know. And more than likely, if there's a dude in the group that doesn't know, is because the nigga pillow talk too much or he a snitch.
Look at it like this, right? Again, women are on the same freaking field as men nowadays.
But they are more, like Sheila said, they are more reserved.
No.
Man,
No,
I, I
that's a
need, I need, I
misconception
need to
right there.
see the,
That's
I
a
need to see these
misconception
dudes.
right there. That's
I
a
need to see these
misconception.
dudes. I need to see these dudes and
I'm
these women
telling you,
that you're
boy,
talking
these women
about, because
out here
I
balling just as
promise you,
hard, son. They balling just as hard. They
they
even
balling.
go
Yes, they
harder.
balling just as
They
hard
go
or
harder.
harder
I'm
than
telling
dudes. But
you.
I'm trying to tell you, they are not bragging at the same level as dudes.
No, no, no. I totally
Look,
disagree.
I'm trying,
I totally
boy.
disagree. Totally disagree.
I'm trying to tell you.
Totally disagree. There's some women out there bragging about taking another female's dude. I'm
Dudes do
telling
that all
you.
the time. Boy, look,
I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying
in my
women
lifetime,
brag more.
I've hung out with women that was as cutthroat or more cutthroat as me. I've had women friends that brag about stealing somebody's man just as much as I've bragged about stealing somebody's woman.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, in a group setting, a group of women do not brag about their exploits as much as men brag in a group of men. I promise you that. I promise you that.
All
I
right.
will put my big toe on a chopping block on that one. I promise you.
I wish we could do a survey on that. I'm telling you, the game to change.
Look here.
The
We've
game
already
has
had two
changed,
women in the
bro.
comments that agree that men brag more than
They agree
women.
that they lie more.
Oh Lord.
I'm just joking, y'all. I'm just joking. Don't get in your feelings. Don't get emotional on me now. I'm just joking.
Oh man, but we are talking about why do men and women see infidelity so differently? And apparently we see it differently amongst each other.
Yeah, we do.
That is funny. So, what makes your partner want to have an affair?
Wait, what?
Wait, what? What, Sheila? Wait, what? What are we waiting on?
Oh man.
Oh, this is too funny.
Okay. What makes your partner want to have an affair? I don't know. There's all kind of reasons. One is, your partner may feel you're not doing your wifely or husbandly duty. Two, they may feel, again, I'm making just as much money as you are, or I make the money, so I make the rules. Another thing is their emotional stability within the relationship isn't there,
Mm.
meaning the trust factor just isn't there. So I don't know. There's just all kind of different reasons people do that. I was joking, joking. Please,
He was joking, Sheila. He was joking.
you see that now? You see that, right? Okay, we cool. We cool with Sheila. Please don't take a brother head off. It's all good.
Oh
I'm just
man.
joking.
Oh man, that's funny.
For sure. So what do
Oh.
you think though?
um I'm just gonna say it's too easy to give a list of reasons why. I'm just gonna say because they have not found a way to renew their relationship. I'm gonna leave it at that because I mean, if you're bored, you have found no reason to you have not don't have the means to renew your relationship. If you're emotionally or physically detached from that person, you have not found a way to renew your relationship. If you're making more than the other person, uh, and you feel this independence or whatever, you are detached and you found a way to renew your relationship. Um, that's what I look at. That's how I look at it. I
Another
mean,
thing is sometimes relationships they just have that stagnation thing going on. So there's I think people want to renew their relationship, but it takes work, man.
well,
So
why the
when
hell
you
did you get
said,
married if you don't want to work?
"Hey," I'm just simply saying what it is.
I
Some
understand.
people they feel like that. They feel like I've seen all your bags of tricks or all the tricks in your bag. So again, they get bored. This is stagnation for them, and for whatever reason,
So
I can't say what it is one way or another, but each individual to their own. They do what they do.
it's safe to say,
All right.
it is completely safe to say that from what you're saying is every marriage has a time limit.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying, okay, let me be more specific here.
Oh my goodness.
From a marriage standpoint, you
Mhm.
have marriages that last 50, 60 years, them type of marriages. But I think with those type of marriages, those people really have just come to accept their partner fully. Like, this is what it is. I can't change this person, nor can they change me along that line. But
Ah,
again, when we see couples go through divorces, maybe they've hit that relationship wall. We just don't know. So
eh,
again, you can't stop human nature. You can't stop people from wanting something different. Again, like one of my homeboys told me, just cause I got a steak dinner at home with potato, don't mean I want a damn bologna sandwich every now and then.
every relationship has an expiration date then.
I don't think so. Not everyone.
I mean, if we
To to,
talking about what
to
makes a
death do us part. Yeah, if
if
you
we
want to
talking
say it
about
like
what
that.
makes your partner want to have an affair, um, if that's what we're talking about, and someone says, I got a steak dinner at home, sometimes I want a bologna sandwich. Well, if you look at your partner as a plate, flip that joke over and then you got bologna sandwich.
Okay.
Flip over the other way, now you got pasta.
Yeah. Okay.
So at the end of the day, they have not found a way to renew their relationship. And you said some people don't want to work. Right.
They don't.
They have no desire to renew their relationship.
But again, I don't give a damn how many times you flip that steak and imagine it's something else. At the end of the day, it's still a steak. I don't give a damn if you fry it, deep fried, saute it, barbecue. It's still the same thing.
And at the end of the day, you're saying that every relationship has an expiration date.
Not every relationship.
But if you're saying it like that,
I'm not saying every relationship. We're talking about the subject is what makes your mate want to. have an affair, right?
Because
That's
they
where we
tired
at.
of looking at that steak dinner, and no matter how
Okay.
many times they flip that steak dinner, it's still a steak dinner. That means they are tired of that steak dinner. It has an expiration date. At some point in time, you're going to say, "You look, I had your medium rare, I had your rare, I had your medium well, I had your well done, and I'm tired of eating you. You have an expiration date. Period. I want bologna now. I'm tired of steak. I want bologna. You have an expiration date, and there's nothing you can do to change my mind. I don't care if you're cube steak, flank, T-bone, tomahawk, filet mignon. I don't care what you are. I'm tired of you. I want bologna now. I want Oscar Mayer bologna. You have an expiration date. That's all you're saying.
Not every relationship though.
It's not about every relationship. We're talking
Okay.
about the
All right.
ones.
So
We're
that's
talking
what we're
about the
talking about.
ones who what makes your partner have an affair.
Okay.
They have an expiration date.
Gotcha.
Bottom line, there's no two ways about it.
Gotcha. So what makes your mate want to leave for good though?
That goddamn bologna sandwich is finger licking good. But in all honesty, what makes a person want to leave for good is they have found no reason to renew that relation, or they don't have the means to renew it. At the end of the day, it's like what makes you get a new car. Let me see. I had a 2008 Sonata. I got it brand new 2008. In 2015, that joker had 256,000 miles on it. There was nothing new I could do with that. I had to leave it and get a 2015 Sonata. Simple as that.
You could have put a new engine in it.
There was nothing wrong with the engine.
Well, if it still had those or that many miles on it and it was still working, you got rid of it because you chose to get rid of it. If you're
Exactly.
saying there was
And that
nothing
goes to
wrong with
my
the
point.
car,
That goes to my point. What makes your mate want to leave for good? Did I still have love for that goddamn Sonata?
Mate got high miles on it. So
Hey, look at that as your mate. At the end of the day, if you
got
with
too many
somebody
miles
for
on it, I gotta
5,
get rid of
10,
you.
15 years and you roll over one day and be like, you know what? My 38-year-old side piece is everything. I'm leaving.
That's cold blooded, man.
It's the real answer to the question. What makes your mate want to leave for? Okay, so in your opinion, what makes your mate want to leave for good?
I don't think I'm not gonna say every case. I can't say that it's always someone on the outside that makes you want to leave the relationship.
But if we're talking about infidelity,
But hold on though, hold on. But what I'm saying is some relationship they just run their course. So, again, like you were saying, the whole steak scenario, you both are at that point where you're like, you know what? I don't want that anymore. So naturally, just through whatever events that happen in that relationship, they just naturally part. But when it comes down to infidelity, yes, people do leave their mates or, partners all the time for someone else.
yeah.
They do that on their own. It's not
It's
like
because that new thing has some new flavor. Hey, that new piece of meat done lit a fire in that ass. Or in the case of a dude that want to leave, that joker done jumped in the fountain of youth. He learned how to he learned how to butterfly in that joker. So it was like, all you like to do is lay on your side. This joker like to contort and, put a leg in a back. And I want to leave. I want to go over there. She's a magician now.
all right, let me ask you this then. Out of the people you may know or situations you may have heard of, when one person that's in a relationship leave their spouse or their mate to be with someone else, how often have you heard about that actually working?
I say about 50-50. The thing about it that I have come to understand or observe
Mhm.
is that if they're leaving, okay, so you have the situation where there's infidelity.
Right.
And if the person leaves because of infidelity, it's one or two things. They're leaving because they have built this solid bond with this person, and that's who they want to be with now. On the other hand, you have a situation to where this is new, this is fun. I want to leave because I'm having fun. 9 times out of 10, that's not going to work because they're just leaving because they got a new piece of fun in their life and it's exciting. It got all their attention. It's piquing all their senses. But if you have a situation over here where they get emotionally involved with that side piece and things are progressing and growing and this, that, and the other is being fruitful, it's more likely to last. But then you also have to look at if it doesn't last, it's like, okay, so let's just look at it from a dude's point of view.
All right.
He's cheating on his woman. He finds a new hot young thing, or whatever the case may be. He's having fun and this, that, and the other. He rolls out, but he ain't cut ties over there. He just rolled out because he was having fun. That's not going to work for a man or a woman.
Hmm.
So when you go back to you know, what makes your partner want to leave for good, you have to look at what are the circumstances behind it. Was it emotionally involved? What made the affair start from the beginning? And if you have two people that just sitting at each other like two ships passing in the night, something is bound to happen. You know, it's
True.
just what it is.
I agree with that. There's nothing I can add to that. So is it just sex?
You know, women, I love y'all, and I'm on y'all side. Um, but sometimes y'all unjustifiably and in it, I can't think of the word right now, but unjustifiably will always accuse of man of cheating because it's just sex. When half the time that's why women cheat. It's just sex. Um, but is it always just sex? No, it's not always just sex. Again, like I said earlier, a lot of times women on the front end they get emotionally involved. Men in the long term get emotionally involved, but of course that's a case by case basis. Now, is it just sex in the beginning for most people? Probably so. Again, emotions take a certain amount of time to develop unless you just emotionally thirsty and you got mommy and daddy issues that you're trying to resolve. Um, but it's just sex more likely if it's a short term thing. Like, I'm gonna quick piece of ass. I'm gonna go holler at this. We're gonna take a few runs around the merry-go-round, and that's gonna be it. Then it's just sex. But again, depends on the situation.
I'm going to say for men, it's more about sex, and for women, it's more about a connection.
I mean, I
Because
can I can agree with that to an extent. But see, and then when you look at it like that, though, you got to peel back the layers because for a man, if it's just sex, it's like either he's bored with his woman or his woman has reached a point in her life to where sex is no longer a priority.
I could agree with that. But if a woman is saying that it's about sex, it's usually some type of excitement in the bedroom she feels she's missing, meaning the
Hmm.
size of a man's.
I don't
Uh,
think it's the size. Not unless
I
she's
don't
just
know. I
not
don't know
unless she's just
because
a dick monger.
some females like it a little bit bigger than the rest of them.
Look here.
So when some guys say, size don't matter, that's bullshit. That's bull. Because talking with women, they say size do matter. I'm not saying all women, but some women say, you know, that right there is not gonna get it compared to that right there.
I think most women who say that are full of it. They're full of it. They're full of it. Um, I mean, I'm not no gynecologist or no sex therapist or no. I don't have a degree in sexology or anything like that. But the that thing is only so big, and it only takes so much. So at a certain length, half of you is going to be hanging out her body. So I'm not trying to hear that. Oh, I need all whatever. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. It sounds good. It sounds good. It's enticing, and I'm going to say that for some men that's a challenge because although a woman may say she need all that, what is the likelihood of a woman always running into a man that has all that? The average size is 5 to 6 inches erect. So unless you run around finding unicorns, I'm not buying that. I'm just not buying it.
I get it, but you know,
I'm just telling you, the average size 5 to 6 inches.
hey, that's the average.
Hey, so I mean, a woman that's has wild fantasies of porn stars, then, but then you have to look at it like this:
All right.
how many slabs of salami is she testing to find that big one?
Ooh, I
Now,
can't begin to answer that question.
I'm not going to say if it's just sex, a woman is going to be. You remember that Mel Blanc's thing, History of the World Part One?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Gregory Hines in it, Mel Blanc. But anyway, they had the chick, and they had a whole bunch of men lined up, and they had to drop their feathers, and she was like, "No, no, 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 yes, no, 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 yes." And if they was too small, she said no. If they was big, they said yes. Now, what women are out there doing that? Now, if it's just sex for a woman, she probably doesn't care as long as it's enough to satisfy her.
Um, Remember we had a co-host, female co-host on here.
Balls deep.
Yes, my girl. We still cool to this day. Um, anyway, um, through conversations, on these type of topics, size did matter, and that's just what it is. What was that not a factor when we would have those conversations?
I'm going to say no,
What?
and I'm
We're
going to
talking about
say
balls deep here now. We're talking about balls
I'm going
deep.
to say no, and I'm going to say no because of this.
All right.
For the average woman that's cool, my homegirl, the average woman, she's not going to go months and years without having sex. Um, and it's the average woman has to be comfortable with an individual. So balls deep only applies, in my opinion, It only applies to a percentage of women that have not been sexually active and have a a sexual hunger that's so serious that her vagina is famished. Like that joke is hungry for some meat. So balls deep is not size. Balls deep may be she need to do to tie her legs behind her neck and just jump off the top rope in there. Ladies, help me out here. Ladies, help me out. Am I off base? Am I close? What? Help me out, ladies. Come on.
Somebody, please,
Come on.
one
Don't be
female, just
shy. Don't
chime
be shy
in.
out
The
there. Come
question
on
is,
now.
does size matter? Please, just a simple yes or no.
I think size matter. If it size only matters if the joker can't satisfy. I don't know too many women who want 9, 10 inches or more all the time.
Oh man, I wish someone would chime in, but anyway, they left me hanging on this one. It's okay though. I
Oh
took that joke
man.
personally. I see. It's all good though.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I, I just don't see it. Nah. Balls deep means, hey, I need you to knock the bottom out of it. I don't need you to be yay long and yay wide. Nah.
Well, moving on.
Oh.
So, who is more likely to have a backup plan if the relationship doesn't work out? A female or a male?
I've always heard that every woman has a backup plan. Um, I can't verify that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've always heard. And I've had a few women confirm that, but I don't know if that's across the board. Men always having a backup. You know what? I I don't know. I think most people that are married or in long term relationships like that, I think they all have backup plans. That's just my personal opinion.
I'm totally gonna say women
Hmm.
are most likely to have a backup plan. And the
Really?
reason I feel that way is because men, it's not like you got a whole hell of a lot of women chasing you. Meaning, if you're not that 1% that they say, meaning making $100,000,
Oh my god.
living in a mansion, driving Ferrari, got 12 packs, all that stuff.
Hmm.
You're not gonna have a whole lot of options like that. But for the average woman, I mean, she could just basically walk out here in the street and it's on and popping.
You seen the women out here these days? Are you serious right now?
No, seriously,
Hmm.
seriously. Women have more options than men.
I don't believe that.
I believe so, bro.
I don't
I
believe
believe
that.
so. Most women, they'll get Peter before they get a meal, a free meal. You understand what I'm saying?
Really?
They'll get free Peter before they get a meal.
Uh,
I'm just saying. Women have more
hmm.
options. Point blank, period.
You serious?
Hey, look at it like this. If you have a not so attractive female and a not so attractive male, the not so attractive female is more likely to score first than her counterpart.
If I look at it from what you just said, that says both have options.
Female has more options. That's all I'm saying. A female has more options, period. When you come down to the average female and the average male, females have way more options.
how many dudes are going to turn down a piece?
Exactly.
None. Not
Exactly.
very many. So they have options.
What I'm saying is, if you have a female and she's basically open to whatever male come across her path, and like you said, if a guy comes across a piece, no harm, no foul, who's gonna turn it down?
He got options then.
No, no, not like a female. Not like a female. I'm sorry.
What?
A female
Wait a
got
minute. Wait a
way
minute. Wait a minute.
more
Okay,
options. Way
so
more options.
so I've never traversed Atlanta like that, but they say the ratio is what, 3-1, 3 women to every man,
No,
or something like that.
it's more like 12-1 now.
12 women to 1 man.
Yes.
That means men have a whole hell of a lot more options in Atlanta than women do.
Only in that particular city.
Nah, I think in most cities,
No.
men got more options than women.
Because 9 times out of 10, how many women have you seen chasing the average guy? I'm not
They don't
talking
have
about
to
the
chase them.
1%. I'm talking about the average
They
guy.
don't have to chase.
Exactly. They don't chase them. But how many times have you seen the average guy chasing women? It happens all the time. They're forever chasing.
Do you
So of
want?
course, a woman has
Wait.
more options because she got more men chasing her than the average guy has female chasing her. Yeah.
You the lion in the jungle, way down in jungle deep. You the lion.
All right, Petey.
Do you want women chasing you, or are you going to chase the women?
If I'm the lion,
Yeah.
of course I'm gonna want women chasing me.
Why?
Why wouldn't I? If I'm the king.
That means you have options.
But the average guy is not a king. He's just an average guy. But the average female, again, she throwing a little bit of makeup, throwing a little bit of perfume, high heels, throwing that what they call them, the red dress, this is a specific term I'm looking for. But anyway, she's gonna have more guys after her than the average man because he can put on his little nice suit, nice shoes, or whatever. Women are still not gonna be digging him like that.
That depends on what social and economic class you're talking about.
Fair enough.
Because if you have a well-off man, he's going to have women coming after him. If you have
I agree.
an average married man, he's going to have women coming after him. If you have a taken man that is desirable, he's going to have women chasing after him. Men and women, they both have options. It depends on the social and economic setting that you're in where you can point that out. Because again, if Atlanta's 12-1, that's a lot of men with a lot of options, a lot of women that's looking at each other like, can I get him or can you get him? Wait, we got to worry about if he's down low. We got to worry about if he's this. Men got more options than women.
You got to look at the way society is constructed within this country.
I am.
Women are chased after or sought after more than men. I'm sorry, there's just no freaking way you can even start to compare. Women have way more options. I'm not saying men don't have options, but women have way more options.
Sheila says most women attract, they don't chase.
Again, thank you, Sheila. Thank you.
But I'm just saying, men have as many options.
No.
Unless he just a little poop butt dude
No.
who's sitting back waiting for women to come after him. Oh, I'm the man. I'm going to sit here and wait for all the women to come after me. Ain't no women chasing that. That might work for some women, but a real dude is going to a real dude is going to be like, what's out there on the prairie? I see options. Which one do I want to go after? Women do the same thing. Women get rejected too. They get rejected too.
Not on the same level.
Is she it?
Shit. Think about it, like what I was saying before. A woman, she throw on her lipstick, makeup, got her wig done, throw on that Ephraim dress, meaning that red dress with the high heels.
Oh,
She go out to a social setting, meaning a club or a sports bar or whatever. She, done took herself up. She on that level. She good. Men are gonna approach her. But with a guy, if he just got out of a relationship or something like that, he throw on his best attire and he goes to a club or something like that. Women aren't gonna be approaching him like that. For what?
I disagree.
They're not gonna do it. He pull up on a Lamborghini out in the parking lot, turn a few heads. His
Right.
chances might, improve a little bit. But for
Right.
the average guy, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Bruh,
It's not gonna happen.
I was pulling them like a G in my 2008 Sonata.
But look at your demographic though.
I'm an
You
average
are
dude.
considered in the top 1%, meaning
Of what? They
100
don't know that
years
looking at me.
or more.
I pull up in a Hyundai Sonata.
Wait,
Most,
hold on,
look, bruh.
hold on.
So no. Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. I pull up in a 2008 Hyundai Sonata. Most women say, ew, you got a Hyundai? I'm not in the top 1% like that. They not looking at me 2-3 times, but when I get to talk about this motherfucking car, how good it is, they be like, oh. And then when they got in that joke and I taught them how to drive a stick, they was like, oh, here's my panties. But it took work.
Wait a minute now. Hold on now. You got to bag up a little bit though. You are not considered like the average dude.
I know I'm not the average dude. I know my status. I'm not going to say it on here because people laugh at me every time I say it. But in comparison to the average dude out there, I'm not in the top 1%. And I'm cool with that.
King.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Soul touch. Let's break this down now, my brother. You have how many books on the market right now?
3.
Exactly. So you pretty good with that damn wordplay, homeboy. You
Boy,
pretty
I
good with that
spent,
wordplay.
wait.
Come on now. You got that
Wait,
silver
let's back
tone
up.
now. You got that
Let's
silver
back up.
tone now. Come on.
Now you starting to sound like them people that say, oh, you just wrote to get you some ass. Like that.
No, I'm not saying that
No,
at
I'm just
all.
saying.
I'm saying you're gifted with the tongue play. Anytime somebody is a professional poet, yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. We'll move on.
You
now.
funny. You
I'm
are
just saying. I'm just saying.
funny.
I'm just saying.
You are
But
funny. You are hilarious, boy. You are hilarious.
hey man, you could have been in a pimp game. I'm just saying.
Nah, we talking about why do men and women see infidelity so differently? Look here.
My bad. I got off that.
You are hilarious. Yeah.
So who's more favorable to forgive infidelity, men or women?
Women. That goes without saying. Women are more likely to forgive than men.
Why do you feel that though?
Men have pride issues. They have ego issues. Men are more insecure when it comes to that. Men feel as if they're violated a whole lot more than women. Like, seriously. You disagree? Or you think men forgive more?
No, I'm not disagreeing at all on that one. I think women definitely forgive more. Um, I don't know if it's that nurturing nature that they have, or if they're looking at it from an investment standpoint. What it is, I'm not sure, but I definitely believe they are more willing to forgive than men are.
Um, yeah, I think women put a bigger investment in it emotionally, um, and stuff like that. I'm not. It's not saying that men don't, but I think women they put more value on it than men do. But when men, I mean, it's an emotional thing on both parts, but I think men, their emotions only kick in to that point if they get cheated on. That's when you see all this emotion and this, that, and the other. But it could be foolish pride, it could be ego, it could be insecurities and this, that, and the other. Um, but men should understand that women feel some of the same things. It may not be pride or ego, but you know, it's more of they're more willing to give a man a second and a third chance. Um, but most men are like, nah, you gave it away, so it's no longer mine. And it's like, how selfish is that? That's real selfish. Like if you could cheat on her and get away with it, but she cheats on you and she gets caught, how do you, as a man, looking her dead in her face and looking at yourself in the mirror, how dare you not forgive her when you've been doing dirt? I just don't get it.
Uh, I think men are they just can't take it.
They
They
can't.
can't take it. They can dish it out now. They damn sure can't take it.
They can't.
Um, Again, I think when a man knows that his woman has stepped out on him, when he looks at her, that's what he thinks about. Another man has gotten my cookie.
You know,
Ate it up.
a part of that, but to take that a step further, that
Mhm.
man is looking at what he did to her, another man is doing, has done, or probably done it better.
Right.
And that hurts a man's ego to the core.
Hmm.
Um, and I can say that because I used to be that guy. Like I got cheated on before, and it was like, yo, I know I was putting in work. I can only imagine what she did with somebody who piques her interest more than I do now. But I got to the point where it's like, okay, I mean, what do you want me to do? Not saying that I don't care, but I'm not
Right.
going to act a fool about it. Like, yeah, when I was married and I did my dirt, I wasn't like, when I found out oh, you cheated on me. I didn't get all my, I was like, whatever. All right. It is what it is.
Cold blooded, man.
Hey, take the good, take the bad, take the both, and then you had the facts of life.
Oh, good one. Good
I'm
one.
just saying
Yeah. True words. True words.
that's how I look at it.
Okay. Any parting words before we depart?
Uh ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us. Yeah, we have made it. I can't say it. We have made it 1 year.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
um, this year has creeped up on us like real fast. And I say it's creeped up on us real fast because from October, the beginning of October till now, yeah, I know our frequency of putting pre-recorded podcasts up has slacked off a little bit. But sometimes you need a break, life happens and stuff like that. But like a couple of weeks ago, we was talking, and I was like, "Yeah, December 14th, we coming up on a year." So Lex was like, "Nah, I thought it was in January." I was like, "Nah, it's December 14th." Um, and then when I was looking at, I was thinking about doing something. I looked at all our episodes. I was like, December 1st, and I hit him. I'm like, "Yo, we had a year December 1st." He was like, "No, I thought it was later than that." I was like, "Nah, December 1st. Our first episode was we voting."
Yep.
Yep, we did. We voting, and then we did an African American historical figure, and we've been going since then.
True that.
It's a little, I don't know. It leaves me speechless.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like we were saying earlier, time has just flown by. It's been
Yeah,
a learning curve, and we're still learning, as time goes on. But it sure as heck don't feel like a year.
nah,
But
it don't.
true to the date, it is.
Yeah, and then looking at when I look at the episode list, and I'm scrolling, and it's like, uh, how many episodes do we have? We um we have for season 1, we have 60 episodes, and we broken them down into to 1, 2, and 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 segments, and that has put us. I mean, if you count them like that, we're over 170 something episodes, um, and that's just the pre-records. That's not counting the lives
Right.
and the yeah. So I mean, it's been a journey, man. We still got a long way to go, but I'm proud of us, man.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Hats off to you.
Hey, hats off to you, man, because in 2019, you say, "Hey, let's do a podcast." I was like, "All right." um, and it took a year from that point to actually doing something.
Yep.
So I mean, we could have been 2 years in, but hey, I'm not complaining.
Heck
I'm not
no.
complaining, man.
Everything happens in its own time, as they say. Thank you,
Yeah,
Miss Sheila. But again, we just want to thank everybody for again sticking in here with us. Please stay tuned because things are just getting bigger and better for us. Like I said, we are in I want to say 32. Is it 32 or 33 countries now?
Um, let me look for you right quick.
But for our listeners, around the world, we definitely appreciate it. And hey, just keep your ears open. We're still making them, and we're gonna continue to do so.
We are in 34 countries.
34. Wow.
Yeah, 34 countries
Yeah.
worldwide.
Blows our mind.
Yeah. But yeah, like I we have a video coming out talking about our 1 year anniversary. Also topics that we have coming up. We have we're going to do a panel discussion on racism. So if you want to be a part of that, email us. Um, let me. I know y'all already know the email address, but
Mhm.
like I said, we're gonna have a panel discussion on racism. So if you want to be a part of that, email us at the email address below. In the subject line, put panel discussion, racism panel discussion, so that we can let you know when we're going to start recording. Um, we want open minds. It's going to be an open mind discussion,
All right.
and we just want to have a real adult discussion on that topic. It's basically let me get the exact title of it. How do you challenge the institute of racism inside and outside of the Black community? So that's what the panel discussion is going to be. So if you want to be a part of that, again, email us below. Um, we're going to work out the details of how that's going to go because we know it's going to be a lengthy discussion. Uh, so yeah, so just let us know if you want to be a part of that. Just email us, text us, whatever the case may be, and we'll work out those details on that.
For sure. So just in conclusion, as far as the topic at hand, I'll say this: anyone who's in a situation like that, meaning if you know for a fact your partner is cheating on you, or your significant other, as they say, just know that you chose that person, right? So just like you chose theirs, you can unchoose them, but you just do what's best for you. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you never know a person till you know a person. That's what I say.
For sure.
Uh, if it's good for the goose, good for the gander. If it's too much for you, walk away.
Words of wisdom.
And there you have it. It's the King and I Life podcast with your boy, Soul Touch of the Poet.
I am Son Solex.
And we are out of here.